All right, man. Shrewd news and reviews. We back. It's your boy Rod, the Water God.
Yeah, Jaws here in the building as well. We have to address a recent update in the Young Dolph case. We know what happened to him. He was recently deleted. Our good brother, Adolph Robert
Mm.
Thornton Jr., and that took place on November 17th, 2021. The big question is who did it? We always suspected that it was a guy straight drop pretty early on. The internet detectives were on it. Now we have his brother. Some people would call it truth telling. Some people might call it ratting, snitching. Maybe he's just setting the record straight. But this guy's bond just went from 300K to 25K. Jamarcus Johnson is saying that he saw his brother do it. I seen them do it. And he's testifying on the stand. So let's sure you have a lot of feelings about this one, Rob, but let's just start with some authoritative sources. Fox 13 has the lowdown. I'll read a little bit here.
Fox.
Uh, Jamarcus Johnson, one of the four men arrested in the murder of Memphis rapper Young Dolph, pleaded guilty to 3 counts of accessory after the fact today, June 9th. Assistant District Attorney Paul Hagerman told the judge in court today that Johnson identified his half brother. Oh, it's a half brother, Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, as one of the shooters in the video surveillance at Makita's Cookies on November 17th, 2021. He can be sentenced between 6 to 12 years in prison, Judge Lee Coffey said. His sentencing date is made for August 10th at 9 a.m. and Johnson's lawyer indicated earlier this week that a legal resolution could happen today for one of the four men charged in the murder of Memphis rapper Young Dolph. Wow. Before I finish with this, any thoughts so far?
Yeah, I mean, he got that 300,000 to 25K bond. I mean, he gonna be out on the streets until August to June.
Yeah, he
No,
could.
until he gets
All
sentenced
it
on August
all it'll
10th.
take is 2,500 for him to
Little
get out now.
2,500.
Yeah,
Somebody that love him probably gonna throw that out there.
yeah.
But he may be safer in jail because this is a big. It's people getting slapped on the street since Dolph died. It's people, it's people getting shot at. It's a lot going on. People standing on Dolph's name. So,
Um,
but I'm
this
sure he
guy
don't
didn't.
care about that.
Listen, if people are trying to avenge Dolph, I don't know if this is the guy to be mad at. He's cooperating and he's helping the family get justice. He's saying that they have proof here that he didn't know anything. He's an accessory after the fact. So I don't really think anybody's going to be looking for him, but I'll continue. Maybe the guys he's telling on, I don't know. On June 7th, before a court appearance that was postponed, his lawyer announced that Johnson has decided to plead guilty to accessory after the fact charges in the case. He could still face conspiracy charges. He said on June 7th that evidence shows Johnson had no prior knowledge about the planned murder, which prompted the DA office to drop the original conspiracy to murder charge against him. 3 men were charged with the shooting death of Dolph, whose real name is Adolph Robert Thornton Jr. We know this, blah, blah. Jamarcus Johnson's half brother, Justin Johnson, also known by his stage name of Straight Drop, was arrested along with Cornelius Smith. Hernandez Govan was also arrested. Officials in the district attorney's office uh, charged that Govan is the one who ordered the murder of young Dolph. So now we're getting a more detailed
And now
picture.
Goldman is out. It is kind of weird that they'll let him out too. You know what I mean? So
I mean,
he may
I
be
guess they
talking
figured
as
out.
well.
See, with our legal system, you're innocent until proven guilty. He's still going through the case, but he's allowed to be on the streets while he tries to prove his innocence. So maybe they held him as long as he could. But I will say this: that guy knows that he might have to testify against his brother. Prosecutors confirmed that Jamarcus picked his brother out in a lineup wearing the clothes worn the day of Young Dolph's murder, and he understands he's going to be called to testify against his brother's straight drop. Uh, so that's a quote. So this guy is standing on business. He's definitely gonna tell what he knows and get himself up out of a situation. Could you see yourself? I'm just saying, in a hypothetical world, do you see yourself maybe in this guy's position? Somebody involved you to be an accessory to murder after the fact. You're sitting in jail. You're charged with a conspiracy to murder somebody, and you're away from your kids. You're away from your family. Could you maybe see yourself deciding to say, "Damn, I might as well tell him what I know"?
If I ain't had, I mean, if they pick me up, I'm gonna explain my innocence that I ain't had nothing to do with it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I'm not guilty of what this is. I didn't know what's going on. I'm gonna fight for myself. But as far as him pointing out for the lineup, it seems like he know what's going on. It seems like you in that game, you understand what's going on, but he's trying to get out in a way where certain, this is big. He could be trying to get out of this, and he could stretch the truth a little bit.
Listen,
So
he might know more than what he's letting on though. He
right.
they worded this very carefully. They said that they don't have any proof that he had prior knowledge. I'm not saying he did, but there is a level of uncertainty there. And then if you pay attention, Jamarcus took possession of a car and a cell phone, which his brother Justin facilitated communication and a plan for payment to Cornelius Smith over. So he had some things with some pretty damning evidence on it. If your brother tells you to take something, I guess you take it. I would have asked some questions. I wouldn't have let nobody give me a car and a cell phone and not ask nothing.
Yeah,
That just
for
seems
real.
shady to me. Uh, but he's
He
telling what
trying
he
to come
knows.
home.
He
He
trying to
trying
come
to come
home.
home,
That's
man.
that's
And
what snitch stands for.
all of
Sorry,
all of
nigga,
that,
I'm trying to come home. That's
they'll
what.
say whatever they gotta say, or tell them whatever they do, whatever they gotta do to come home. But I feel like he was more involved into this, and I feel like, yeah, I think that I mean, who am I to judge? Do your thing, however he do it. But I just feel like, yeah, I think that he was more involved. I think it was more of a hit. Like everybody understood the money we getting paid, but now it's like, let me get up out of this the best way I
Well,
can.
well, the thing is, they did look in that cell phone. They have evidence of, I think they said Cornelius Smith paying somebody, but or Kovar ordering it. Whatever the evidence they have, we're still learning about this as it goes along. They don't have no evidence that this guy was getting paid anything. They don't have his name in the phone like they was coordinating stuff with him. He's just somebody who got caught up in the whirlwind, is what it looks like to me. Now, I know
Mm.
that
Mhm.
absence of evidence isn't evidence of absence all the time, but I can't indict this man. I can't just put that on him. I'm looking at him as a guy who just tried to help his brother, and it ended up being way bigger than what he
So why they
he
don't let him
signed up
go?
for.
So why they don't let him go? Why they got to
Who?
give him that 6 to 12?
Because
I'm
you're
saying
still an accessory. I mean, just like
after the
I
fact, it's like
yeah,
after the fact. Yeah,
yeah,
but
that's something. That we
if
have punishment to maybe deter others from doing stuff like that. I guess this is a lesson for the kids out there on the streets. Somebody hand your ass a car and a cell phone, like, yo, just hold on to that. Your ass better ask some questions. Because you don't know what the hell is on the cell phone, what's on the car, and people is on demon time out here. They're
But he's
really making
pleading
moves like this.
guilty. Yeah, he's pleading guilty, so he ain't even fighting for himself at this
Well,
point.
I in matters like these, I feel like they're gonna give him some leniency. The time for
That's
fighting is done
crazy.
because they probably came to him and said, "Look, we know you didn't do this. Just tell us what you saw your brother did, and we'll make sure you make it home by Christmas." Like that's what they probably told him, and he went for it. Now, some people wouldn't be able to tell on their brother, but shit, some people would feel like
Well,
if
let's
he was a
ask you the
real
question.
brother, he wouldn't have put him in that position.
Well, let's ask you the question. If you was in the
Mhm.
same situation, somebody Would you plead your innocence, or would you,
Hey man, I
what
gotta
would
get
you
up
do?
out of I gotta get up out of there, man. I ain't got 20 years to do for a murder, dog. If your ass hand me a cell phone in the car, your ass better let me know what's going on.
So
Let me
you
know
gonna
what I'm
plead
getting
guilty.
into.
So number one, what you saying is you will plead guilty to the 6 to 12.
Listen.
If you ain't
I
have
listen, man. I tell them boys what I know. You feel me? Get up out of there, bruh. I
and
gotta
six
get
to
up out of
twelve,
there.
oh, you'll be
You
holding
put me in the
for
trick
six.
bag.
Right. But I'm saying
Yeah.
is, would you fight for your life, or would you take the 6? Would you
What
fight
do you
for your
mean?
innocence? He's pleading guilty. So he's saying, yes, man, y'all relieve that off of me. I tell y'all what I know. But he's gonna get sentenced between 6 to 12 years for
He might
doing
not
that.
get. I mean, we don't know that. We don't know what he's gonna get.
That's what the
I'd
paperwork
be trying
said.
not to do a day, bro.
That's
I'd be
what the
trying not to do
paperwork
a day.
said. He gets sentenced on August 10th, and
Yeah,
he could
but
get between 6 to 12.
yeah, that's an estimation, man. He might get probation.
Okay, yeah,
We don't know. I
right.
don't know what his
No, no.
priors is like. And I'm just telling you, if I was in that situation, if somebody put me in a situation I ain't signed up for, I'm gonna try my best to get up out of there. Now, what you want to avoid doing, these seem like some dangerous guys. I wouldn't want to be pointing nobody out of no lineup. I wouldn't want to be doing that. But we don't know what kind of position he was in. I don't know if his lawyer advised him to do that, but that's the part I probably would want to stay away from. I'd be like, yo, yeah, I did get the cell. That's how I got the cell phone in the car. He did give it to me now, but I don't know, I don't know what happened before that. Maybe he could wiggle up out of the situation before that. Because what am I supposed to do? Go down with you? I ain't get paid. I didn't want to delete Young Dolph. I
Well,
didn't
you
get
can.
paid. I didn't know what was going on. So now I'm supposed to uphold the code and sit
No,
in
my
jail for
point
the rest of my
is,
life?
would you
Nah, I'm not
fight?
doing that. Like that ain't we gotta work something out. I'm gonna tell him something. You feel me? I got to at this
You
point.
gotta lie on it. Even if
I'm
you lie,
jammed.
you saying you gotta do something.
Mm,
Like if somebody pull up on you, you don't know nothing, but you grab the phone and you grab the
Nah, this is
keys.
my brother though. This is the thing.
Yeah,
He
you don't know.
manipulated. Let
You
me make
right.
this point though.
Yeah.
As a brother, he manipulated his trust. He knew that I can't just go to anybody and hand them a random cell phone in the car and then get lost or whatever. You feel me? Manipulated his brother in that way. He knew that this is my brother, man. He just gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? I need you to hold this. I ain't gonna ask no question. I'm just gonna take it. That to me is wrong. You don't, if you love your brother, if you a real nigga, you don't put your brother in no position like that. Now, if we
Yeah.
going to make a move together, that's different. But I don't know what this man got going on, what type of dude he is or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it was
He
wrong.
still pleaded guilty. Yeah. Oh, he got
He
some
pleaded
guilt.
guilty at first because I I can't really speak to his mindset, but from where I come from where you come from, that's still a hard decision. To reasonable people who is not messed up in the head like we is, because we come from where we come from, bro, this would have been an easy decision. For people who come from the streets, it's like, damn, they'll probably sit in jail 6 months, a year, like, damn, am I going to tell on my brother? With all of these circumstances that we know.
Damn,
You know
not
what I'm
even
saying?
telling on your brother. Are you gonna go to trial to defend yourself, or are you gonna plead out? That's the biggest one. You get me?
I don't think I want to be going to trial for this. No, I don't. I mean, I'm going to listen to the direction of my
Right.
lawyer, but if the lawyer is like, yo, Israel,
They know he ain't do it.
but listen, if my lawyer is like, look, I know you didn't do it, you know you didn't do it, but I'm telling you, I don't think I can convince a jury. Like it's kind of hit or miss. You know, so you might fuck around and get banned. Oops, I didn't mean to say, it, but you might get banned. If the judge if the lawyer tells me that, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and take this 6 real quick. How long I've been in here? Probably do like 3, 4 out of the 6. Come home in another 2. You know what? Let me just get that and just get out the way because I
Yeah.
don't want to go to trial and lose. You know what I'm saying? The
For real.
jury might be like, nah. I feel like you had to know something. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Mhm.
you're black, you're from the hood, you got dreads, you know what I'm saying? This is your brother. You guys are all in it together, you know, go ahead. Like that could happen, even though you didn't
Yeah.
do nothing. You know, when
Even
you're a
though you
black
ain't do
man, it's
nothing.
different. You just view different, you know.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be trying to go to trial now.
So right, but yeah, that just shows you the power of the justice system, man. You got people that they will admit the guilt, even probably if they're innocent, because of the chance of the punishment of losing.
Yeah, that,
Yeah,
I mean, we
that's
know
that's
that,
that's
and
crazy. Yeah.
people will be scared to tell the truth about something like this because of the no snitch culture. You know, he's
Nah, I
going to be
don't think
looked
so.
at. He's going to listen. He's going to be labeled a certain way. This was a hard decision for him. He don't want to see his
Yeah,
brother
he
going
may
to
be
jail, and he
labeled a
don't want
certain
that
way,
tag.
but this may not be true what he's saying. All I'm saying is, like you said, you trying to come home. So anything that could be constructed that could get you to that point, you're willing to do. So
No,
at
it's
this
not that
point, it don't
easy
even
though.
come down to truth telling. It come
But
down to
I,
salesmanship. Like you got to sell these people that want. Go
like,
ahead.
listen, you could put that on him if you want to, but I know that those prosecutors is not going to let him get off that easily if there was any evidence that he was involved. The reason why he got this sweetheart deal is because it really does appear that he didn't have nothing to do with it. So you're saying, oh, you could just construct. There's plenty of people trying to make it juicy for him, and this shit
Right.
don't work. Ask
Yeah.
Rollo.
That's
So
what I'm saying. Yeah.
so that's what I'm trying to say. It's not a matter of, oh, he gonna say whatever. It looks like he got caught up in a bad situation. But y'all let us know what you think in the comments. We ain't gonna drag it. This is breaking news. How y'all feel? Would you
Yeah.
do it if you was in his
Would you
shoes?
tell on your brother?
Yeah, is this getting the record straight or is this telling? You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. You know, sometimes you got to get the record straight because ain't nobody got time to do a life sentence on some